Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do something that was a little bit more fun, more kind of laid back. So we'll do a get ready with me. I have some stuff to do today, run some errands. Yeah, so today we're just gonna do a super basic look, and this is my go-to look. Usually takes me about 10 minutes. So I've already washed, moisturized, and put sunscreen on because sunscreen is so important. You definitely don't want to, you want to prevent skin cancer, and you don't want to age. All the stuff that I'll be using will be linked in the description below. But we're gonna start with primer, and I really like the Becca Backlight Primer. It is so good. So that's what we're gonna do. Just start with that. Are you guys ready for summer? I feel like this winter for us has been taking so long to end, and I don't know if I'm ready for summer. I'm in Idaho, and summers here can be very hot, and typically spring is where it's at, but it's been kind of cold and yeah, not great. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this foundation that I've been loving, and that is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. It's so good. I just love it so much. You don't even have to set it. This is just like self-setting foundation, and I go with about a pump and a half, and just like to kind of spread it around where I want it, and then I do kind of like to distribute it so that it's even. This is in the shade Patagonia, which is a medium neutral shade. So I was thinking of doing like a foundation Friday where I review foundations, or do like the battle of the foundations. That would be fun, because there are a lot of people that have been comparing this NARS foundation to the Luminous Silk, which I feel like it's also a true ride or die for a lot of people. And so this one would be still kind of on the pricey side, but definitely not $65 like the Luminous Silk, which in my opinion it is absolutely worth it. The Luminous Silk foundation is so nice, but not all of us can afford $65 for 1 ounce of foundation. So I was thinking doing like battle of the foundations, because there's also a L'Oreal True Match Luminous type of finish serum, and that one can be compared to the Luminous Silk, and I have done kind of a half and half to kind of compare it. Also, this shade is like my perfect match. Ugh, I just love this foundation so much. But anyway, the True Match is like a little bit thicker consistency than the Luminous Silk, in the sense of how it lays on the skin. But this one, oh my god, I don't know if it's just me and how it sits on my skin, but I just love it. I love this foundation so much. And then for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Concealer in the shade 4. This is just kind of to brighten up the under eye a little bit. I don't like to use too much concealer when I'm doing kind of just like an everyday look. And this concealer is also really nice. Anyway, so I decided to create a YouTube channel because I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I don't know, I feel like it's not that I didn't have time, although I didn't really have time because I worked so many hours a week at a dead-end job for a horrible company. I said I don't want to do a lot of concealer, and then here I am. Anyway, so, you know, once you have been working for a company and they kind of expect a lot out of you because you were doing such a great job in the beginning to try to impress them, so then after they just kind of expect that regardless of how you're feeling, regardless of your mental health, and you kind of feel like it's your company, right? Especially if you like really believe in their mission. And you feel like, oh yeah, you know, like they care about me, like we're all part of the team, blah blah blah, when in reality they don't care about you, and really all they want is what you can provide to them. I mean, yeah, they're paying you, you know, to do your work and stuff, but what they don't tell you is that they don't just want you to do your job. They want you to do a bunch of other things that they're not paying you extra for. So when I first started, I was just customer service. It was an insurance company, and it was a local company. So nothing like major corporations, nothing like that. So it was nice. It's definitely different. And then they sold the company to this huge major company, which is Synchrony, about 3 years ago. And everything just changed. Everything was different. It was, they lowered our pay, and they expected us to still do the same amount of work, if not more. So I was killing myself at that job. And then when I finally decided to stand up for myself, I got fired. But it was the best thing that could have happened because it was making me sick. I have anxiety already as it is, and this job was just making it worse. I was dealing with migraines every single day. Anyway, it was just terrible. So I'm glad it happened. I'm no longer having to deal with them and all their crap. And so now I feel like I can be a better mom. I have time to start a YouTube channel, which I've always wanted to do. But again, I was just kind of scared. I didn't really know where to start, and my videos are not going to be perfect, but I am just starting out. So you guys bear with me. I promise they're going to get better. And I'm going to try to do like background and stuff, but just starting out. I know that they're not great, but okay, so I'm only setting the Tzone, and then I'm going in with the Cheekstars reunion tour, and this is just kind of its benefits, like one of their palettes that come with the cookie highlighter, and then it comes with 3 blushes, and then their Hoola comes with their Hoola bronzer. So I'm not gonna do any bronzing or anything. I'm just gonna go in with Dallas because it's kind of a bronzy blush. And since I didn't set the foundation, I'm gonna kind of start just kind of patting in the blush, and it just kind of gives you a really pretty glow, because that's kind of what I'm going for today. Just gonna be going grocery shopping. I am gonna go to Sephora because, I don't know if you guys saw, but Sephora's having a deal right now where if you buy a full-size foundation, you get 50% off a beauty blender. I think we all know what a beauty blender looks like, but if you don't, it's their sponge. I love it so much. And so if you buy a foundation, it does have to be a full-size foundation, then you get that half off for the beauty blender. So it ends up being $10 for the beauty blender. and I think it's a really good deal. The beauty blenders, if you take care of them, they last quite a bit. They last a long time, and they're really good quality. I also like the Real Techniques sponge. There's a whole bunch of sponges out in the market now, but I feel like the beauty blender, the original, I feel like that is the best by far in regards to like quality. I don't know. If you guys have like dupes for the beauty blender, let me know. But I have tried quite a bit of sponges and I just really like the beauty blender. Okay, I always tend to go overboard with blush, so I'm gonna stop. And then for my eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Hoola bronzer. I typically, because I have hooded eyes, I like to just kind of do one shadow or bronzer typically and just kind of blend it up. Not all the way into the brow bone, but just right there where it contours. So I have hooded eyes. And then just kind of really blend it. And you can kind of see the difference. It looks better when I put my mascara on. And if you guys want to see any eyeshadow palettes or anything like that, just let me know. Anything that you guys want to see, let me know. I have plenty of time because I don't have a job right now. That's another thing. So I got stuck working at that insurance company for almost 10 years. It would have been 10 years this July. And I didn't enjoy it. I don't enjoy working in a call center, working in insurance. I don't enjoy it, and I just stayed because it provided for my family. I mean, I think that a lot of us, unfortunately, have to stay at dead-end jobs because they provide, and it has, you know, they pay our bills. I have student loans, car payment, my house payment, and so I just felt like it was a hamster wheel. That's the best way I can describe it. It just felt like I was in a hamster wheel. Nothing was changing. Nothing was benefiting me anymore. I just felt like I'd go to work, get off work, eat dinner, go to bed, and do it all over again the next day. And so why didn't I quit? Because I was afraid. And I think that a lot of us are afraid to quit our jobs because it's, especially when you've been there for a long time, it just makes it really difficult to just kind of walk away. And then when you see that they are not loyal to you like how you were to them, it just really hurts. So I was really upset when I first got fired, especially because I was, you know, standing up for myself. I was standing up for my team. But they don't care about that stuff. They only care about what you can provide to them at a low cost. And unfortunately, that's corporate America. And it wasn't always like that. It only became that when they sold to Synchrony. When it was just the Idaho-based small company, it was so great. You really did feel like you were a family working together. It was great. So right now, they try to find me on unemployment too, and try to give like a bunch of like BS reasons as to why they fired me. And Department of Labor asked for proof, because if you're going to make allegations about someone as to why you fire them, that's different from what they're alleging. They're gonna ask you for proof. And of course they couldn't provide it because it was BS. And so I got approved for unemployment. So I'm collecting that right now, which isn't much, so I've been trying to find a job. And kind of also taking some time to heal from that experience, because I think that's important when you leave a job. I think that it's okay to grieve that part of your life, especially when it's, you know, a 10-year job. So I've kind of been taking time to grieve on that and just kind of heal from it. It almost feels like leaving an abusive relationship. For those of you that know, I am sorry. It is terrible, and that's what it felt like I was leaving a toxic abusive relationship, or like they discarded me, because that's literally what it felt like. And so I'm just taking time to myself, kind of to learn from it. And it really, anyway, where I was going with this is that I've been trying to find a job, and I've been thinking like, okay, what do I want to do? I really want to try to find something that I enjoy, and that's also going to provide for my family, right? Also, I got some mascara on my eyelid, and I'm going to show you guys a trick of what I do. I'm sure people do it, but I'm going to let it dry first, and then I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow brush and just kind of like go over that, and it should flake off once it's dry. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown, just to kind of fill in my eyebrows a little bit. But I've been trying to find a job that is not just going to be, you know, I'm working for money, I hate my job, like I'm just doing this because we need food, right? So I've applied at Sephora because I love makeup. I love learning about new products, new techniques, researching. That's also why I think that I'll be really good at making YouTube videos for you guys. Just give me a chance. So stick around. These should get better. I have a little bald spot right there in my eyebrow. So I just kind of feather it. But anyway, I've applied at Sephora, I've applied at MAC and Ulta, and I've heard back from Sephora and MAC. I did not hear back from Ulta. And they sent me an assessment to fill out. I'm assuming to kind of gauge what my retail and customer experience is. And I've never worked retail, but I am a fast learner, so I know that I could learn. I've done sales for over 13 years. And so I filled out the assessment, and then I never heard back from them. So I contacted them just to see like, hey, did you guys fill the position? Just following up. And they're like, yeah, we forwarded your information and your assessment over to our hiring team, and then if you qualify or whatever, they'll contact you. So that's where we're at. I'm still waiting, so. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. I hate when there's like foundation on my lips. Okay, so I'm gonna take my foundation brush or my eyeshadow brush and show you guys. So I don't know if you can see, but that just kind of blends that eyeshadow away, or that just kind of blends that mascara away. And then, is that everything? Then I'm gonna do, maybe I won't do highlight. For my lips, I'm going in with Pillow Talk Charlotte Tilbury, just because it's so good. But I have to line them. And then for setting spray, I'm using Rare Beauty. This like mist, that's amazing. Look at that glow. So a lot of people, myself included, are afraid to do things that are glowy for the skin, especially if you have oily skin. Don't be afraid. There's a right way to do it where you don't look like a greased chicken, rotisserie chicken, and it just looks very nice and glowy, like so. So I have some tricks to do that. I used to have really oily skin before my pregnancy, which changed my skin completely. Okay, so I had to line my lips off camera, and then, hang on. Just kind of pat it in a little bit. And this is the final look. And then I don't feel like I need to do highlight because the blush has already kind of a shimmer and the foundation is glowy, and then our setting mist is glowy. But if you wanted to do highlight, of course, do that. And let me know if you guys like the chit chat, get ready with me videos, just kind of rambled on. Not a lot of stuff, but yeah, let me know. And if you guys have any questions, if you have any products that you'd like me to review, drugstore or high-end, just leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I hope we can get to know each other. And so yeah, subscribe, like this video. If you have any tips that you'd like to leave for me, tips and tricks is what I mean, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me today, guys.